the dollar. And keep in mind, Carlos, you want to be, we are kind of bearish on the pound and slightly bullish on the dollar, so our bias is to be buyer short the pound dollar. And if you look at the radar screen, you can see that there has been no real substantial movement in the pound dollar as of last week. But looking at the radar screen, you can see that we closed the week at 160.30. We have a structure short point at 159.80, which is a big structure point. That's the granddaddy, one of the big structure points, which is the 159.80. So looking at our charts, you can see that we have come down for the last 3 days, and we closed the week at 160.35, and the previous daily low is 160.39. The pound couldn't even muster enough energy to come and close above the previous daily low. This is how negative the pound is, and therefore that should continue. You should be looking, guys, if anybody is doing his homework, you can look at shorting the pound Aussie, you can look at shorting the pound CAD. But to do this, this is weak and it's below the previous daily low. And to make sure that we bring the message home, we are going to go to the intraday chart, and we can see if this interpretation that we have from this daily chart actually appears clearer or clear on the intraday. And there is your intraday chart. You can see that the pound has been declining for the last pretty much the 3 days, and you can see the momentum and the trend to the downside. This is pretty much like a gift. You're looking for it to resume its decline. We have a significant point or a structure point at 160.64. We closed the week at 160.30. So our bias is to the downside. Therefore, we will only buy it above the 160.64, and we are still looking. This is going to be our structural long point and our stop. On the short side, we're going to short below the market side, which is the 160.19, in this case the 160.20. So we are going to buy the pound above the 160.64. Now we can do something different. Now it's safer to buy it above the 160.64. Couldn't, I mean, when we bought it last week above 160.40, it didn't go anywhere. So this is going to be our structure long point and our stop. On the short side, we're going to go short below 160, from here below 160.20. Our structure short point remains the same, the 159.80. And if I go short below 160.20, I'm going to use the 160.39 as my short stop. So for the pound dollar, we are going to go long above 160.64. If I do That is going to be my structure long point and my long stop, because this is a significant structural point. On the short side, I'm going to go short below 160.20. If I do, I have a structure point which is a big one at 159.80, and my stop is going to be 160.39. Okay, that is the pound